Hello YouTube, this is Scott Grammer and I am the Old Audio Guy. Now, recently I have put out a couple of shorts on this channel that talk about blackleg transistors, and I'll show you a little bit of one here and another little bit of one there, and I'll put links in the description below. I think it's time we talk about what blackleg transistors are and why they're a problem. Simply put, blackleg transistors are small signal transistors, that is, transistors used to handle signal processing inside of an amplifier before it gets amplified to the point that it can drive loudspeakers. And these transistors have suffered oxidation on the leads that connect them to the circuit board. This oxidation runs up inside the plastic body of the transistor and attacks the connections inside the transistor. If you take a look at this picture, you will see basically how the inside of this kind of transistor case is made. It's an epoxy case called a TO92 case, TO standing for transistor outline. So the leads go into the case. One of them has the silicon chip bonded to it, the silicon transistor itself bonded to the lead. And then the other two are connected with very, very thin wires made of either steel or gold or whatever they decide to make it out of that day. And these leads are welded to the leads that come out of the transistor. So what happens is this black oxide that you can see on the legs of the transistors actually invades the plastic case of the transistor. And when it gets far enough up, it will attack the welds between the very fine wires and the leads that come out of the case, and it will break those welds loose. And when that happens, now you have intermittent connections inside the transistor. This creates all kinds of noise and popping and static, and depending upon what part of the circuit it's in, it could be anywhere from just a low-level kind of annoying popping in the background all the way up through ear-splitting and loudspeaker-damaging bangs and pops and booms. So when you see these transistors, usually you want to replace them on site. One reason not to do that would be if you are looking at a relatively inexpensive piece of gear, something that's only worth a couple of $100. It's not worth the time and effort that it would take to go through and replace all of those transistors unless you're restoring one for archival purposes, or if you're just a collector or whatever. It's when you get into units that are worth $400 or $500 a piece or more that it becomes worthwhile to spend the time to do this. So that's the story behind blackleg transistors. It's not a long story, not complicated. It's simply transistors whose legs are beginning to corrode. That corrosion is causing the transistors to fail, and if you don't replace those transistors, it will eventually make the unit unusable. That's pretty much it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.